Oh man, it's this optimism. Elsa there. You know it just looks beautiful on your face. I think it's the smile, the melanin, the way your spirit just brightens my day. And still, happy Sunday, happy Sunday, happy Sunday. I hope you got to church in the presence of God, loving people, and just somewhere you just said thank you that you woke up today. Okay, I'm done. Today is the second day of Black History Month and of a series I'm saying is Black History Year. Okay, I'm a little nervous because, I don't often speak on what I'm learning out here. I'm learning a lot. Family studies, African family studies. I didn't know there was a thing called the ghost marriages. Look it up. You can literally get married to a ghost. But that's another story. There are traditions that are here to save our people. A lot of my supporters are from all over the world, really, and then predominantly the US. And I would be remiss if I didn't bring something back of value that I'm learning. So here it is. We have traditions beyond European culture and capitalism and civilization. Here's one. Obviously, we have a lot of monogamous people on this line. It's Happy Sunday, so you already know you have one wife, you have one husband. But polygamy, or polygyny, whatever you want to pronounce it as, has always been practiced. And, Africa being the oldest of all groups of people, having the oldest civilization, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, are the oldest people practicing polygamy. And this is the same polygamy that was being practiced in the Bible. A lot of Christians, different groups of people in terms of spirituality, but a lot of them speak on monogamy like, that's the only thing. Even though in the Bible, I ain't see that many monogamous people. Peep game. Most of them, they had a few wives. There wasn't a lot of polyandry, which is women having multiple husbands, but there was a lot of polygamy in terms of men having multiple wives. And so I say all that to say, and there were definitely examples of monogamy. Don't quote me on it. What I'm saying is there's a value there. Of course, I'm looking for my wife right now, so I'm not saying I want two. I'm here for whatever God gives me, whatever God has for me. But what I'm really saying is, in terms of our family structure, in terms of matrilineal and patrilineal, and how so many of us in the States, we live with our mothers. We are raised by our grandmothers. And sometimes it comes from a matrilineal line in terms of we only identify with people who have our same mother because of the systematic attack that has been put on our fathers, on our grandfathers, on melanated men. So I say all of this to say, realize the different systems that we are part of and come from, whether it's matrilineal, patrilineal, monogamy, polyandry, polygamy, whether it's kinship ties, inheritance, and how we actually do succession, how are things passed down from generation to generation in terms of assets, trusts, wills, just property. We have to start thinking long term in this Black History Year, okay? Not just in the moment or in the weekend, but in the next 10 years, in the next 20 years, in the next generation. How are we going to set people up for success? Because again, if they so willing to cancel our holiday, and again, remember, before this, it was just it was Negro Week, I think it was, and then it was Black History Month. They trying to take that away. I've always been saying Black History Year, so it's about time we do it, okay? But just realize if they're so willing to not glorify and venerate and appreciate our history, your history, African American history, then it's on us to be that example, because it's ours. I don't expect a dog to care about a cat's history, okay? I don't expect a peasant to care about the lineage of kings, but the king has to do the research, the king has to do the work, the king has to do the digging, because it's not going to be dug itself, okay? And it's valuable. It's gold in this history. And I'm saying a tip of the iceberg. There's so much more in terms of, socio-political systems, in terms of Obviously, what are the classes I'm taking? I take academic writing. I'm taking, research methods. I'm taking, international economics. Don't get me started with how they messed up our economy and how they do it even in the States. How they'll sabotage or marginalize you based on your loan, or like mess up your credit and therefore your credibility and therefore your ability to prosper in the future economically. You know what I mean? So many things, but I'm staying on family studies today because the family is the source. When in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, when we had these black empowerment or black liberation movements, it was the black family that was under the most attack by the FBI, the CIA, by the federal government, because they said, hey, if they can do this when they unite, we need to break them up. Okay, hey, how you doing, love? we need to break them up. We do, because when we allow them to be free, this is what they do. They empower each other. They rebel. They speak out against this European colonial U.S. structure. Okay, well, now that's on us. We don't have Marcus Garvey. We don't have Malcolm X. We don't have Sojourner Truth. We don't have Frederick Douglass. We don't have, please forgive me, we don't have Kwame Ture, Stokely Carmichael. We don't have Martin Luther King Jr. We don't have, Seal and, all of the great, please forgive me. I don't know why I do know a lot of names. It's not for the names though. It's for the sake of stepping up, because it's on us to now build and rebuild these structures again and deconstruct. Okay, I'm getting a little long-winded, but I just want y'all to feel me. It's not just building and rebuilding. Sometimes you have to destroy, okay, because some systems are not good. Some tenets in our culture are horrible. They are literally planted by the enemy so we can have less successful future. So I leave you with this. Realize your worth, realize your greatness, and start to rebuild the family structure, the black, African-American, melanated family structure, because we are the first family and we're the parents of the world. Okay, I'm done.